Hello and welcome, I am Aziel. You have decided to collect Warriors of Chaos for Warhammer the Old World. Where do you start? What god should you pick and why is it Khorne? So ready not just to be a problem, but everyone's problem in the Old World, Warriors of Chaos. As always, the way to build an army is yet unknown. I will be sticking to one hero and two core choices with limited special and rare units. All armies will be under £150 because a budget is important. Khorne is the first one, the blood god, full of violence and gore. For many versions of Warhammer fantasy battles, Khorne were the best points to pounds, which makes Khorne with Nurgle the cheapest Warriors of Chaos army. To begin with, Slaves to Darkness Vanguard box for £85. This Vanguard box is perfect for Khorne, with Chaos Lord, Chariot, Knights and Warriors. This box also saves you £42.50. And for that really ornate look, get some Blood Reavers and use these as your Marauders. This box is £10 more than the Marauder box, however it is dedicated to Khorne. I will give you Army Bat Fiend and honestly finish with Valkyria. She's cheap at £18. This is what I'm doing to finish my army off Vanguard box, as I already got the previous stock collecting box for Slaves of Darkness. Anyway, Valkyria, as I said, she is cheap at £18 and she looks absolutely fantastic. If you're watching early, it would be worth swapping the Marauders and Valkyria with Start Collecting Bloodbound box. It is £57.50 and you get another Exalted Champion, Blood Reavers, Blood Warriors, your Choreograph, an Icon Bearer and the guy with a whip. Anyway, the thing is, you can use the Blood Reavers again as Marauders and Blood Warriors as your Chosen. And you don't really need the other two models as, well, 3 models, sorry, as you're already saving the money and you get the extra Exalted Champion for free. Leave the Flesh Hound attached if you want that extra cool factor. Nurgle is next. Unfortunately, there's not much for Nurgle, and while they are good for pounds to points, value for money, there's not really much choice. Now, as your Lord of the Pestilent Force, the Lord of Plagues, he is really cheap at £12. Then again, the Vanguard box to save you money and finish off with some Dire Hounds from the Order of Death. These look really diseased and look really good for a Nurgle army, for your Chaos Hounds. And they're a very fast unit and will surprise anyone because, you know, Nurgle is famous for being slow. Much of Nurgle can be copied over from Khorne army, and so you can also replace the Dire Hounds with Marauders at £27.50. Unfortunately, like I said, at a budget, Nurgle though does represent a decent pounds to points. Most of the boxes are quite expensive, so sticking to a budget of £150 is quite hard with Nurgle this way. Not Death God though, which is odd. Anyway, Tzeentch next, the magical force of warriors for your Lord, a Chaos Sorcerer and a Burning Chariot. Have the Sorcerer on the Chariot as your Lord and centerpiece, it would look fantastic. A box of Kyric Acolytes, these will look great as your warriors. And it kind of adds in that fantasy trope of magic users in fantasy not ever wearing armour. One box contains 20 at £35, so this will create 2 units of Chaos Warriors. Now for more orders, I would use Zangors. They are £32.50, but they honestly have more of a cultist look than the Kyric Acolytes. Now I finish off with the Sorcerer and Manticore for another big unit of the monster. This is £37.50. So basically this army has lots of magic, a big monster and plenty of infantry to really, you know, looks very Tzeentchian. And yeah, honestly, it would be pretty cool. I mean, the Kyric Acolytes look really nice and they do have that nice magical look to them. Slaanesh for Depraved, Debauched and the Hedonist. For Slaanesh, I would convert the entire Daughters of Cain Vanguard box to begin with. Like the entire box. Get the box and convert it. Sisters of Slaughters are your Marauders. The Doomfire Warlocks are Marauders on horseback. The Melusai as your Chosen. And finally the Melusai Ironscale as your Exalted Champion. But box will save around £40. I'm not 100% sure on that because I couldn't find the individual price for the Ironscale. But yeah, I mean, like the snake body and all that looks really cool and really Slaanesh-y. I mean, especially if you think about Fulgrim for a start. I know he's 40k, but yeah, the whole snake-like body as your Chosen, and of course you had the aliens. Completely forgot that what they're called now, you know. So the Serpentine look really does feel Slaanesh-y, and it would fit for your Warhammer Old World army. There's lots of converting to be done here, because again this is more about saving money as well. Now, the Daughters of Cain give a real evil sexual feel to the army, and this is absolutely perfect for Slaanesh. And Sangor Blood Fiends would be great for proxies for Slaaneshi trolls at £35, which actually saves you £2.50 from regular trolls. So yeah, you are actually saving a little bit of money by using those as your trolls. They look really good, they look really Slaaneshi, and great for kit bashing. And you finish off with some House Riders as your Chaos Knights. Now, here's the thing. Well, the House Riders have, they have a Seeker on Seekers, they have a lever and all that, and it looks like they've fully given into the excess of Slaanesh. They are £22.50, and they are meant to be Marauders, but honestly, for this army, Knights are a bit of a better fit. And that's how I would play them, because, they look very, very excessive. So there you go, these are my 4 lists which I would do for Warriors of Chaos, and one I'm actually doing with 4 Khorne. There's no point in me suggesting an army if I'm not going to do it myself. That's kind of hypocritical, I don't like that. So there you go, these are all under £150, and some nice choices there. I like, especially, my big problem was Nurgle. Nurgle doesn't have the range that the others have at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. It would be nice to see if bloat drones can be used in Warhammer the Old World, which would be great, which would obviously mean it opens up a lot more models for Nurgle. You got the Vanguard box for Khorne as well, which is also very good. And there you go. And there you go. That's all I can say. This is a fantastic. I'm looking forward to Warriors of Chaos. They look like they're going to be the big bad. We know what they're going to be doing at this time. We know they're marching towards Prague. They're starting to be a problem. Which also means if that is kind of a time zone we're going with, we may see some more Dark Elves as well, as they were starting to team up with the Warriors of Chaos on their march towards Prague. They were part of the incursion, the Chaos Invasion, and they did take the side of Chaos. So it'd be cool to see if we're actually going to see a bit more. Because I do think that if we support the PDF lists, that we are going to see them getting better support. Especially you Chaos Dwarves players. I mean, if you really want, you've got to show Games Workshop if you want these. And I like the look of Chaos Dwarves, and basically the only one you're going to be able to get, I reckon, will be the Hell Cannon. I mean, yeah, it looks cool, but you don't really just want that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been a great video. I enjoyed this one. Next week, I'll be talking about the High Elves. Yeah, I've already done a video on them for a little short one, but yeah, next week for High Elves, and I might do High Elves and Wood Elves, or just the High Elves. We'll see. Well, thank you very much for watching once again. Links to Wayland games down below if you want up to 20% off your Warhammer, and free delivery after £20 for Wayland Planet. Of course, if you like comics, my merchandise, and my Patreon. As always, treat yourself to something nice before just giving me money. I'd rather you do that. Thank you very much for watching. I see you all again soon.